Morning, folks. North Country Knucklehead. Heading to Watertown. Need to go find a new pair of boots for work. Go through a pair every year. Walking around in parking lots and all kinds of weather. Want them to be fairly durable. Want them to be waterproof. All those things that make your toes and your life happy. Nothing worse than 8 or 10 hours of soaking wet feet. But anyways, that's not what this video is about. Did one here a day or two ago talking about separation of church and state, First Amendment, stuff like that. And I was thinking about it before I put it up on YouTube. And here's the thought that popped into my head, real simply. I do these videos uncut. Part of it is maybe I'm lazy. A lot of it is I don't really have time to sit down and edit and redo and cut pieces in or any of that sort of stuff. This is a one-man band. Either have the camera set up someplace or the phone in the Dodge ProMaster. This is not a plug for Dodge ProMaster, but I do love the Dodge ProMaster City. Anyways, I do these videos uncut. These are my real thoughts. This is my real experience or perception. And I'm not trying to sell a product or create an industry or even my little niche in the YouTube industry. But I thought I maybe needed to clarify what it is that I talk about. It's stuff I think of. It's quite often has to do with work. Sometimes has to do with recreation. A lot of times it seems like has to do with people. Now, talking about separation of church and state and the First Amendment and those types of things may seem political. And they are, to an extent. But I view it from the perspective of people. What is going on in our lives that's good, that's bad, that has an impact on us. I did a rant month or maybe two ago about, and I think it's unaffordable health care. And this is prior to that, the new one that was done. If you're kind of keeping a timeline on this, we had the affordable health care by President Obama, and then we've got what they're calling Ryan Care, Trump Care, or the American Health Care, whatever it is. This new stuff going on. But I did that piece before this newest legislation that they're working on or trying to tweak or improve. And it is about the political side, but it's the fact that my talks are about people, about real lives. Whether it's my life, whether it's my family's lives, whether it's the lives of Americans. America! You know, one of those kind of deals. Which is always fun in the house. America! Heck yeah! Whatever it is. But it's what goes on in the barber shops, in around the water cooler, and all those cliche scenarios, analogies. But it's about what's going on in people's lives and what's going good and what's going bad, and just giving what I feel is my own uncut, honest, thoughtful position. Now again, I say that these videos are run uncut. The other part of it is they aren't scripted either. I don't sit down and do a ton of research or even a little bit of research. I don't write out notes, have key talking points, just being a regular person and the things that go through my head and how I process and weigh the good and the bad. And you can take that any way you like, because there's the good and the bad, the conservative and the liberal, the Republican and the Democrat, the left and the right, and you can assign all the titles, names, and associations you want to those. The fact is, for me, my perspective or perception is that most of us are sitting in the freaking middle. We want as much of government out of our life as possible, yet we want to do the right thing for our neighborhoods and communities. And the problem is, again, according to the knucklehead, government keeps creeping its freaking fingers into our lives where they don't need to freaking be. See, because they have their own uncut dialogue in their head that they're trying to do for others by being a politician, by going to local, state, federal levels to represent us and do what's best for us. The problem is they spend too much time there. And if you spend enough time in the barbershop, you're going to get a freaking haircut. Yes, even if you're bald, you're going to sit down in the chair at some point in time. And those politicians, no matter what level they're at, if they stay there too long, it all becomes about them, about their ego and their pocketbooks. And they no longer run uncut or unscripted. Everything they do is scripted. Everything they do is edited. Because they have a goal of taking care of themselves. Just like the average everyday person has the goal of taking care of themselves and their families. The government should be spending less time in our personal business and more time taking care of the overall structure. Wow, we've really jumped off the edge of that one. Just trying to explain why I do videos, how I do them, into a slight political rant. Well, that's probably a good conclusion as to what I was talking about. The circle of my logic. I speak about what's on my mind and what concerns me. I don't try and make it perfect, even though I want it to be. But I think just like what our politicians should be doing, if we speak freely from the heart and mind, with pause, conscience, and logic, we can convey an effective message and get done what needs to get done. Alright, I'm at my local Stewart shop, Copenhagen, New York. Got to get a cup of coffee. So, North Country Knucklehead, out.